And begin!
Hi guys, I am not going to talk very much in this video, but I just want to say yay, I got my Yeti plugged in again. I think I'd like to let the music do a little bit more of the audio in this video, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? You know what I mean. So I have wanted to play Cuphead since I first saw a trailer way back in, oh gosh, it was a long time ago now, whenever the first trailer came out, and I've got to say that it did not disappoint me in any way. It looks absolutely incredible, and for those that don't know, Cuphead is a video game, and it's like a shooting, like, oh god, it's the most intense experience of all time. That's a little reference to that like nerd guy. I'll put the thing in the description anyway. But anyway, so Cuphead is a video game, and it's made by Studio MDHR, and it's very difficult, and it's like based off 1920s 30s style animation, very early animation, and that just really ticks all my boxes because I am a huge animation nerd, hence my degree in animation. I am a colossal animation nerd, and older style animation was something I was always deeply interested in. I had a very morbid curiosity with like Betty Boop and the Fleischer cartoons, and MDHR's work has obviously been very inspired by the Fleischer cartoons. But yeah, so Cuphead is simply stunning, and I can't quite get over just how good it looks and how well it plays. And yes, it's difficult, but you know, it's a challenge. It's one of those games that is difficult, but you keep playing because it's fun. And although I've had to stop playing it because I can't play it on a keyboard or mouse, I just simply can't. I need to get myself an Xbox controller for my PC because I can't play it. I'm so rubbish at this game. So I haven't been able to finish it, but I know the gist. And yeah, so it was absolutely imperative that I did this painting. And I actually did this back in October, just shortly after the release of the game. And I took the painting to a couple of conventions, and people really liked the print, and I actually have the original one for sale now. So if you want to check out my online store, the link is in the description. You'll be able to grab this painting or a print of this painting if you so wish. And there's a few updates on updated bits on my store as well. And if you want to grab it in time for Christmas, then it's gonna have to be done by the 14th of December. So yes, Cuphead. Oh gosh, where do I even begin? I just can't get enough of the style, the visuals, the amount of hard work and dedication that's gone into it. And I swear, if I could ever get a job working on something like this, it would make my life. There's a few games that come out that if I'd had the chance to work on them, it would have really made my life like worth living, and this is one of them. And I would like to also tell you about like Journey one day and how much Journey means to me. That's another game that's similar, but I won't talk about that now. Let's talk about Cuphead. So I did this painting on 12 by 16 inch cold press fluid watercolour paper, which is my favourite, as you know, and I sketched it in pencil. I did do a very quick thumbnail and listed the bad guys, the bosses that I would want, as well as Cuphead and Mugman, and had references up on Lauren's MacBook there, which you can just see in the side. And I really enjoyed sort of working with a different kind of composition. I always loved like poster composition. That was something that I've always been interested in, and something I'd like to work on a little bit more. So like composition of multiple characters is something I'm really interested in doing more. And so I'm painting them with my regular watercolour paints. If you need any, if you want to know anything about my watercolours, check the link in the description below. There is a link to an Instagram where I talk about my art supplies. And yeah, so I really had a lot of fun painting this, and I think you can tell because I just put so much love into it. It actually took me about 5 hours to do from start to finish, and I just sat down and did it. I was like, I'm gonna draw Cuphead fan art, and I did, and that was it. I was just 5 hours and that was it. And I just really enjoyed it. The amount of colour and variance in colour really helped like push me to do some more complicated colour like blending, even if it doesn't show. I hope it does show that I did a few different bits of colour. And I'm still trying to push myself a little bit more with watercolour, but I'm getting there. I'm still new. It's coming up to my 2-year anniversary. Oh my god. Am I a novice now? No, novice. I'm a beginner. Novice, beginner, I don't know. I'm one step up from the start. But yeah, so I'm not going to talk for much longer because I want the music to play out and have an impact on this video. And the music's listed in the description. It's all public domain 1920s jazz, which is something that I'm really a big fan of as well. And yeah, so let me know who your favourite Cuphead boss or character is in the comment section, and let me know if you've played it and if you enjoyed it or not. And if you've got any Cuphead fan art, please let me see it, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Links to my store are in the description as well, and as always, just give it a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, I'd love to see you come back, so hit the subscribe button. And that's all my YouTube spiel stuff, so there you go, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
She's coming through on a big choo-choo. She's been away for months, but I haven't cheated once. Stayed home nights, didn't dance, wasn't taking any chance. Didn't flirt, and though it hurt, I just couldn't do my cutie dirt. My days were blue and my nights were black, but I just knew that she'd come back. For I love her and she loves me, and say, don't think there ain't no Santa Claus. I know darn well there is, because my cuties do at 2 to 2 today.